And on the subject of GitOps, because it's part and parcel of this, in our recent insights report, we saw that configuration management was the number one area that practitioners engaged with in terms of the content that we're looking at. From a technical perspective, why do you think that configuration management stands out so much in Kubernetes? And what challenges do teams face when trying to keep configuration reliable and consistent across environments?
I think that the challenge with configuration managers is that it's so easy to just spin up infrastructure. And how do you, to your point, how do you keep that consistent? How do you manage that consistency across clusters, across nodes, across everything that you're deploying, and how do you manage the life cycle of your configurations and that together with the applications that are running in your infrastructure? So I can definitely see that that's a challenge as you grow, as you start generating ephemeral environments for testing. Back to testing, and as you kind of build, maybe you're a platform engineering team which kind of provisions, if temporary infrastructure for your teams, and suddenly you end up with all these clusters and they're all running different versions of Kubernetes. Because Kubernetes evolves pretty quickly, and and sometimes clusters can stay around for a long time. So, and over time you have a configuration drift. So I think there's just a lot of complexity around configuration management. I mean, configuration management is not new for Kubernetes. I think it's one of those practices that has been around, as long as the SDLC has been. If you go back 30, 40 years, it's just different types of configurations, and the challenges are maybe the same. But I think with maybe also then with the introduction of GitOps, which provides a means for configuration management as Git as your source of truth, which is super interesting because it adds so much on top of that. But I still think people are trying to figure out what are the best practices. How do we